Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks. Remember yesterday I told you we're going to have a quick game because I had to go do my workout, and then it ended up being a 15-minute game. The guy, the game shot was at 14:59. He fired the last shot at 14:59. It was either win or lose. No spoilers. If you didn't see yesterday's video, you have to go see it. Well, these two guys look like they're going to have fun. They're just using all their ammo before the game gets underway. So today, I'm not lying. Short game, and it's all a platoon of T-54s. It should be over in what, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, if these guys know what they're doing. 2 top-tier T-54s. But then I look at the matchmaker, and there's 2 E-75s on the enemy team, which that could cause a problem. But they're not platooned. Let's see how these guys do. Have they done the obligatory press number 2, which is the Heat 54 way of doing things? Let's see. Yes, 330 pen. Why not have 330 pen? Yeah, 330 pen. There is no need to aim. So let's see where the E-75s go. If the E-75s go to the 1-2 line, they could have a... The ELC says more on kids. F you lose, says the ELC. He's already berating his team. The game has not even started. These guys haven't even fired a shot. And, oh, he's got shot in the ass by Buras. They haven't even... Isn't this always the way? The ELC on this team, before these guys even fired a shot, typed in chat, F you lose, moron kids. And then because he went down the 8-9 line, and then he turned around and he decided to go the other direction. Okay. it's always... Anyway, that's... no, you have to hit the left one. Now, if we just watch... This guy's got the accurate gun with a little less DPM, doesn't he? There's 2 guns to pick on the T-54. I picked the faster shooting one that's not as accurate because I hit every shot anyway. It's irrelevant. The accuracy is irrelevant. You will hit every shot with the other gun as well. It's just my opinion. That's what I've noticed. It may not be the same for you. The 2 choices of gun. There's the less accurate one that shoots faster. Or the more accurate one that shoots slower. And I played both extensively, and when I have the faster shooting one, I don't notice any deterioration of my hit percentage. I just don't. Both of them work fine. There's something like I don't know what the actual numbers are. 0.34 versus 0.38 or 0.32 versus 0.36. Whatever the number is, to me it was irrelevant. The not accurate gun. Oh, and there's the E-75. He decided not to play, so he was formidable in this game. You guys notice that? If you guys play the Heat 54, let me know which gun you play. And there's the accurate gun he missed, right? It just wargaming just decides. It hit the ground. Why did it hit the ground? Nobody knows. Whatever. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. And I've tested both guns. And, in fact, I think I get higher average damage with the inaccurate gun because it shoots faster. And with this tank, I tend to get closer to the enemy, so you know, I don't need it to be... hey, you missed, see? Accurate gun, you missed. If you get close to the enemies, it doesn't really matter. And it shoots faster, so if it shoots faster and your shots hit, you do more damage. So now he's hesitating between you're loaded, but you just gotta bully forward. You're in a T-54. Bully forward. Come on, bully your way forward. Just get in there. Shoot exactly when you're hesitating. He's having a great game, guys. Don't let me. I'm not berating him in any way, but I'm just saying if you look at the typical game. Right? When his gun is reloaded, he's not always ready to fire. He's going to make a mockery of this wheeled vehicle who decided not to use his speed. Well done. But my point is, if you have the faster shooting gun or the less faster shooting gun, if you're not shooting immediately, jump on him. Boop! If you're not shooting immediately when you reload, it doesn't make any difference. So in that case, you want the more accurate gun. But if you can keep your gun firing, you want the faster shooting gun. But this guy's got 3 marks on his barrel, and he did a fantastic job. He aced the tank. So that was, typical T-54. Just stomped the enemies. 6 kills, 4,825 damage. And, he lost a shit ton. So in a situation like the game we just saw, where there were targets in front of him the whole time, and it was just a obvious blowout, and they were just pushing their way through the enemies, and it was pretty obvious right from the beginning that, except for that ELC that was pissed off, that they were going to win. The higher firing, the faster firing gun, if he made sure that he fired his shot immediately after being reloaded, just brawled his way to victory, he would have done more damage. Higher DPM, more damage. That's not, the games are not always like that. But, in the games where there's more times between shots, you could argue maybe you want the more accurate gun, but I didn't notice any difference. If I fully aimed a gun that wasn't that accurate, it hit. Even if I was sniping. So, that's my experience. I didn't notice any difference in the 2 different guns, but what about you guys? I know that some people have different. Everyone's gun is different, guys. And I'm not. That's not a joke. That's true. You might play the T-54 and try the inaccurate gun, and you just can't hit anything. It may be the case for you. Maybe it's partially due to your game style, that you're moving your turret around a lot and you're traversing your hull a lot all the time because you're one of these fidgety players that plays like this. Right? If you are, then you got the less accurate gun, and you're imposing lots of penalties on that gun all the time. Maybe you miss a lot of your shots. But if you're a calm player that does not move his turret a lot, it does not unnecessarily traverse your hull, you're poking a ridgeline or you're pulling up behind a house. This is okay. This needs to be said, even though we're watching a different game now. Because this is how some people say, well, that gun sucks, and then someone else will say, no, it's good. Like me, that T-54 gun, I least accurate when I like it. I don't notice any difference. This is what separates a good KV2 player from a bad one, or what makes a really good player that's playing one of those high alpha guns that has very bad soft stats. If you're pulling out behind a building or side scraping or poking a ridgeline, the really good players will do it without moving their turret or traversing their hull. And I'm not kidding. Like, you're at a house and you're going to shoot someone, and you know the target's there. You put the dot on the target, your turret's facing the target, while you're still in cover. Then you angle yourself so you're going to pull out side scraping or whatever you're going to do. And you back out without moving your turret around and without traversing your hull. You just back out until you have the shot and then snap the shot. All you've done is you reversed your tank. You incur 1 penalty. The penalty, accuracy while on the move. And hopefully you have snapshot, right? And smooth ride, and all the skills that, I think it's smooth ride that decreases the penalty when on the move. Okay? You have not turned your turret and you have not traversed your hull. You don't impose those penalties on your gun handling. If you pull out from behind a house and you traverse your hull a little bit, and you wait till you pull out and then you adjust your turret to aim, you've incurred 2 extra penalties. The penalty while the turret is rotating, penalty while hull is traversing. And those penalties can be big. You do it with a KV2, you move your hull, your turret, and your and you move, you traverse your hull and your turret while you pull back behind, and the aim circle gets this big, and you miss. But you adjust yourself, you adjust your turret, you pull back without moving your hull, slowly, not full speed. You don't turn your hull. two of those penalties do not get imposed, your aim circle doesn't get that big. It only gets this big. It barely moves because there's no penalty. You snap the shot, you hit him. You go, yeah, I don't mind this gun. That's the difference. You need to learn to get good. Did any of you guys know that? The really good players know this, right? And it's a strategy for playing ridge lines too. And you'll watch the really good players is what they'll do. They'll put this, see this central marker. A lot of people ignore the central marker. They'll put the central marker on the target they want. Okay? They may even auto lock on it. But they put the central marker on the target they not, and then they line up their turret to that target. Then they line up their hull so that they know their gun depression is going to work. Right? And then all they do is they move forward slowly. And as soon as they poke the ridgeline and their gun is on the target, they haven't traversed their hull or their turret. There's been no penalty imposed to their accuracy, and they just snap the shot. And that was weird. They just snap the shot and it hits because the circle didn't get big. Whereas a novice player, he'll come barreling over the ridge line. He'll be turning his tank. He'll be looking over his right shoulder, and the aim circle's this big. He'll shoot. His shot will hit the ground. Then he'll get tracked. Then someone else will snipe you, and your commander will say, "Fuel tank hit. We're on fire. Ammo storage is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow. They killed our driver. The loader bought a farm." And you'll go, "I hate this gun." And it's your own fault that you're missing. It's not always just RNG. Right? That is not RNG. That is, you could call it RNG because it's because you don't understand what's going on, but it's not RNG. It's the mechanic of how the penalties are imposed on your accuracy, depending on what inputs you make on the keyboard and your mouse. If you move your mouse, your turret moves. You get a penalty. If you press left or right, your hull traverses. You get a penalty. If you press W or S, your hull moves forward or back. You get a penalty. If you any input, there's a penalty on your accuracy. You have to. Oh, he disappeared. What? He got closer and he disappeared. Okay. Ram him. Oh, you got all your HP. He can't turn his turret fast enough. You're good. Very nice. Should I do a video on all the RNG in the game? And there's more than you can imagine. And all the background penalties that are not RNG but that affect, because there's a lot more. Maybe do one of those videos. It would take a little bit of organizing. I can't just blurt it out. I have to carefully remember all of them, write them down. I could do that. If you guys want, I could do that. Whoa, and you were spotted through that bush. Okay. Guess the Lansen C does not have very good concealment. Now the Buraska is going to go spot. Oops! No, he was going to spot for the SPG, but that did not work out. The IS-3-2 is behind, and the Buraska is just going to drive in and get himself killed. But no, he reset. He reset before he got himself killed. I don't know why he threw his tank away. That was really dumb. You don't have to do that. He was going to go there and spot for the SPG, but the Object 263 smartly went and killed the SPG. Of course, if he capped, they would have won. And now he has to. And of course, did he low roll? 299. Let's just see. Yeah, of course. Of course, he low rolled. Of course, he low rolled. 320 alpha gun. And of course, he high rolled. The SPG high rolled, right? You're losing now. Fuck you. Was it a high roll? 406. Non-penetrating shot because it was a 406. So a very high roll. I don't know why. It was a regular. It was an AP CR shell. Should have went through everything. Okay, good. Oh, he's got it now. He's got it. He's not spotted, which is really nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let's cheer for this guy. I hope he does it. He tracked him. Where could he go? There's got to be a little... Is there a ridge line over here? No. He's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. And now I think that tank is going to come and fight him because it's a tier 9 IS-32. Who spotted him now? Interesting. Spotted him as he turned around. He moved forward probably. Now get yourself into this ridge line and be prepared to defend yourself. No, not this ridge line. I think he's... You could defend from the bowl. The big bowl in the middle. I'm assuming the IS-32 was driving towards him when he was shot a few times, thinking I've got to go fight him rather than just sit in the cap. But now it's been some... See, by retreating like this, now he doesn't know where he is, right? He could have kept them lit and retreated gracefully into a ridge line, because he's got the speed. Now that IS-32 could be right there, like he could get surprised now. He has no idea where he is, so there's a little bit of luck involved now. Because you let him go stealth for a long time. The longer he's stealth, the more possibilities of where he is. Now he's moving into some really good bushes here. And I doubt he's just going to blunder forward. And if you're going to sit in the bush, put your whole tank in the bush. Because he could show up behind you. You have no idea where he is now, right? He could be going down the 9-0 line. When you if it's one-on-one, and you have the advantage, and then you let your enemy go stealth for a long time, the longer he's stealth, the bigger the search area is, right? Like a plane down, we have to go do a search. And then they say, when did it crash? It crashed an hour ago. Well, they can be somewhere in this area. If he crashed 6 hours ago, they're somewhere in this, like the search area gets much bigger. He has the opportunity to have gone anywhere now. It's been so long. So he could have gone the 9-0 line and show up behind him. So you don't want to just be in the bush, where you think he is. If you're going to hide in a bush, hide completely in a bush, because he could show up behind you. And now he's taking a risk here because he has no idea where he is. So he's going to blunder upon him, and then it's going to be a brawl. Molto bravo, says the object. Good. Very nice. Finally some nice comments in the comment section. This guy does not have fantastic view range. You notice this, guys? His green circle is not that big. And now he's right in the open. This is a very dangerous move. Now he's just driving around. See, now there's no strategy. Now it's, flip the coin. Who spots who first? The IS-32, tier 9, could have better view range than him, but he has worse concealment. So it's a toss-up. You know who's going to get spotted first? The tank that's not in the bushes. Now you can throw the game mechanics of how much concealment and view range you have, throw them out the window. And the biggest factor now is the bushes, because they'll supply 50% concealment or 25%, depending on the bush. So if you are in a bush and the enemy is driving around in the open, you're going to spot him. If you're driving around in the open and that there he is, he spotted him. He was driving around this ridge line in these bushes, and he spotted him in the little gap in the bushes. Very interesting. So yeah, I said he could go down the 9-0 line. He did. Why did he spot him? I don't know what the view range is of that IS-32. Okay, he spotted him. He's behind the bushes. The IS-32 was not. See if he goes stealth behind these bushes. He's going to go stealth because he's behind the topography now. Now he's going to blunder forward. See, now the IS-32 does not know where he is. He just knows he's detected. I think you got to go down there and fight him now, buddy. You might have to go down there and fight him. You've got 550 and he's got 380. You need 2 shots and he needs 2 shots. And he's loading an HE shell. Why would you do that? Okay, let's see. No, why is he loading an HE shell? To get him down to a 1-shot? Is that an HE shell? Yeah, why is he loading an HE shell, guys? Why would you load an HE shell? Okay, he goes back to APCR. Now you got a shot. He didn't get spotted though, so he's got some good pushes between them. You got to go fight him. 1 minute, win or lose, says the FV. Now he's going to change the angle and pop over that ridge line. That's unfortunate that that shot bounced. He had the side, but he could surprise him now, guys. He could surprise him. He knows where he is. That guy's playing it right. He knows he's spotted. Now he has an idea where the shot... Now don't approach from the same angle that your shot came from. Approach from a different angle because he's expecting you from this angle. This is tense. Right? Why would he approach from this angle? This guy will be ready. Right? There you go. He bounced and he's going to shoot you. And that's you approached from the angle that. Okay, but let's see what happens here. He has 2 guns and you died. Unfortunate. And you guys can discuss the strategy there at the end. This guy, you had a fantastic game, Spunky Meister. You needed to penetrate 2 shots on that Russian tank, which required aiming because, you know, he has the troll armor. And he just needs to auto lock on you. So you had a disadvantage there. I thought maybe you could approach from a different angle and just poke over the ridgeline, but it looked pretty tough. You gave it your best shot. You gave it your best shot. You guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And I'll catch you on the next one.